How dare you make fun of PewDiePie?
No, how dare you drag down art as a medium.
When the clock strikes 6:30, babe, time to head for golden light. It's a good time for a great taste dinner at McDonald's.
Hello, Internet!
It's Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Welcome to Game Theory.
And welcome to my house, Matt Pat.
Issue we're addressing today is the dangerous game of media bias.
And the true irony here is that media bias is exactly what is being perpetrated by this, the worst episode of Game Theory to date.
Kinda shocking. Take, for instance, 3 recent videos from the Jimmy Kimmel Show and YouTube channel where, inspired by the release of the YouTube gaming app, he openly insults people who enjoy watching other people play games, calling us a bunch of 12-year-olds and basement dwellers. Even God himself weighs in, calling us a race of idiots. Roll the clips.
It's called the We Should All Be Very Ashamed of Ourselves for Failing as Parents channel. I'm fighting with a group made up mostly of 12-year-old boys.
And this is where the critical thinking stops. Because Matt Pat is just being biased and not realizing what Jimmy Kimmel says here is 100% accurate. He's saying that the audience is mostly 12-year-old boys, which is true from all my observations. Mostly doesn't mean everyone, it just means mostly, which it is. I see kids around that age talking about this crap all the time. Yes, there's also girls around this age who talk about it, and yes, there's older guys, and maybe older girls too, but it's still the majority who is boys around the age of 12 who are talking about this stuff. As for the basement dwellers part of the comment, probably also true. But so what? I'm not here to judge anybody. Neither should you be, Matt Pat.
I've created a race of idiots.
The YouTube Gaming Suite. Watch it, dummies!
After sparking controversy with his first video, which you can imagine came with the requisite angry defensive comments, the next 2 handpicked some of the worst, meanest replies to the video, simply adding fuel to the fire. Now seriously, does Jimmy really care about gaming or offending gamers?
Of course he doesn't care. He's a comedian. And Matt Pat, come on, you've had like formal training in the arts. I'm pretty sure you know that in comedy, people take aim at everyone and everything without caring if they're triggering somebody. Comedy is like becoming a dying art almost because of all this political correctness. It needs to stop. And you're feeding that flame. So yeah, talk about irony here, bro.
No, of course not. At 3 videos of virtually the same thing, it's obvious that the producers realized that they had struck gold, and the view numbers don't lie, with the videos being some of the most viewed on the channel in recent history.
Yes, good for him. That means he's doing his job correctly.
But the Kimmel situation is just the most recent example of a growing trend, where traditional media outlets outright attack YouTube communities and talent simply for clicks. Are you guys aware of the TV channel E? If you do, it's probably because you watched The Soup. Joel McHale, you are legitimately the best.
Now there's a point we can agree on. Joel McHale is pretty great.
If you don't, you're at least familiar with their work because E is the channel responsible for the Kardashians becoming a household name, and also news reporting like this.
Plus, Sibley is showing us how pregnancy is giving Kim KW her best duck face ever.
Anyway.
Did you catch what he did there? He just set up a straw man. That's all that is. That doesn't serve his argument in any way.
Their online review of the Teen Choice Awards, 18 moments from the 2015 Teen Choice Awards that made us feel super old, sparked all sorts of hatred with comments like, number 8, who is this? Number 9, we've never seen this person in our lives. And number 10, is this guy her Uber driver? But worst of all was number 6, where Pewds, Joey Graceffa, and others are just written off with a line. Are those even real people?
So here's some very real cringe. He's taking this article so incredibly seriously that it's just embarrassing. This is E! News. He just implied moments ago that E! News isn't a serious journalism source, and now suddenly they are. It's self-contradictory and it's stupid.
Now, if you're asking yourself what the big deal is here, replace those names and faces with some traditional movie stars like Jennifer Lawrence or Robert Pattinson. Would that level of ignorance, lack of research, and outright dismissal ever fly if it was them in those pictures? Of course not.
And this is where I really start to take issue with this stupid video. He's comparing people who make real art to people who don't. That's the bottom line here. Hollywood actors are known for producing art. YouTube Let's Plays and whatnot are not art. They're just people playing video games.
And that's even with Robert being the butt end of all sparkly vampire jokes.
Twilight may be considered bad art by most, but it's still art.
Now, whether this article was meant to be inflammatory or was just a dumb move,
it was neither. They were just trying to make a fun little article. I can't believe you fail to understand that, or maybe you're just intentionally being deceptive.
It incited a lot of hate, got a lot of press, and prompted copycats. Like a recent New York Post article entitled, "These idiots are making a fortune producing the dumbest stuff on the internet."
Again, there are a lot of idiots making a fortune producing the dumbest stuff on the internet. That's just a fact. You really think that things like PewDiePie aren't stupid? Yes, they are. They're intentionally stupid. It's just a guy screwing around. He never even intended to make money with it, but he does. He makes money being an idiot on the internet. In fact, there's some more serious irony here because both MatPat and myself both are aiming to make money being smart on the internet rather than being stupid on the internet.
Which then goes to tear apart the videos of Tyler Oakley, Grace Helbig, and Hannah Hart. Clickbait
Don't know who those
101.
people
Hey,
are,
these
but I'm
people
sure their
popular.
videos are
Let's
stupid.
bash them and then get all the views as the fans come in to
Okay,
defend
time to fast
them.
forward a little bit more now.
So many views. Look at this. It's a chart of Nielsen data tracking the number of hours per week 18 to 24-year-olds watch TV. Each year, it's been declining by about 2 hours, and the rate of drop-off has been picking up. So they have reason to be scared, but they're not going down without a fight. And posts like the Kimmel videos or New York Post article aren't just plays to get clicks. It seems like they may also be attempts to discredit a new generation of entertainers that threaten to make the old guard obsolete by belittling them or trash